Just by the hour kind of thing.
We're in Clovis, California, and we've got an existing posi-temp valve in the wall with an iron pipe stub out. They're going to go ahead and pick up some trim, so the homeowner will provide the trim for this. So we're going to go ahead and make a transition from the iron pipe to copper. Most of the spouts now are just a slip-on O-ring type copper. So male adapter, copper stub out, cut it to length, and go ahead and get the spout installed. Whatever trim they have, get it installed for the posi-temp valve. And then the shower head in here, not changing out the waste and overflow kit, that stays. Over here, we're going to change out the braided supply line and set the existing toilet, which is out in the garage. It's a Kohler, and so we'll either reuse these or get some new brass bolts. We'll need a bolt kit, bolt in the bolt and cap kit for that as well. And then right now they've got a Delta faucet. Probably install this. If not, they'll change it out for a Moen that matches the trim over there. But just a 4-inch center set. There's plenty of room down here. I can feel underneath. They didn't crowd the sink, so plenty of room to get that faucet set. So we'll set the faucet, the drain, the tailpiece extension. We'll go ahead and get a new tubular P-trap on there. We're going to leave the existing stops in place. Homeowner says that they do turn even though they're hitting that cabinet there, but we do want to get new braided supply lines on. So 3/8 compression by 1/2 inch iron pipe by 20-inch supply lines in there. Outside of that, I think that's the scope of work, and we're done. So here we are in Clovis, California, and it is 12:35. I want to say Fremont. That may not be right. However, just want to take a quick video documentation. Get ready to set the trim here on the tubs. I'm on posi-temp. Trim is sitting over here on the counter. Nice trim. One thing I did notice here is this. There's movement. You can see when I move that, hopefully, let me get it still, that moves in and out. So it's not blocked or strapped in there, which is maybe not so big of a deal. However, that spout, it's counting on this being pretty rigid, so that spout's going to move around. We'll silicone it in, but there's certainly going to be some movement. You always want to try and get this strapped. You can see the valve moving up and down. Sorry about the movement of the camera. So we'll put it in. That's all we got. There's nothing we can do now. You could later on go, if there's a back side of the wall, you could certainly open it up and strap it from there to keep it still. Outside of that, we're set the trim, and hopefully it'll be still enough so that it won't move around and break that seal. Outside of that, we're done. So another quick video. I have to talk a little bit louder because the water is running. What we have is the tub spout is set temporarily out here far away from the wall. You can see the shower head is installed. What we want to do is make sure that when it's diverted, which means no water coming out of the tub spout and water coming out of the shower head, that the pressure created down here does not develop any leaks in the wall. The only way to do that is to take a peek. So here's what we got. You can see there's the plumbing in there. Nice Teflon tape in there. Got the 90-degree fitting in there, and then you've got the copper adapter to go to this spout. And as you can see, there is no dripping around this fitting. So top or bottom, nothing rolling off. And that's important because a lot of times it'll drip back there and it'll sit there in the wall for a while, and then you'll never know until you get water damage in there. So there's the bottom shot. Let me see if I can get a better light in there. So you can see nice and sealed. That's full pressure against that. So just a quick video to show you everything's good in there. And it'll be dropping right off the bottom if there is any problem. So we're good. We're comfortable now. We're going to go ahead and cut this back to where it belongs. Cut that copper closer to the wall and get that spout installed. Get everything silicone and we'll be done in the shower area. And that is it. Alright, so one more video here before we get this buttoned up. As you can see, maybe, this side of the tub spout there's a gap. And it's kind of hard to see it since my camera is on one side of the phone. But if you look, you can see there's a gap here. And the reason being is this fitting in the wall is not stubbing out at a right angle. And so this goes straight on, which is fine. When it hits the wall over here first. But but it doesn't hit the wall on this side. As you can see, the nice big gap. You can try and bend it, but that copper's not going to move. So the only way it gets set is crooked out of the wall. It's always important when you're doing rough in, when the wall is open, to go ahead and make sure everything's stubbed out straight. So we'll tighten this up, fill it with silicone, but it's going to be, as you can see, looking down, it's crooked. I mean, it doesn't look really bad, but we'll silicone it in. Just want to take a picture of that because there's not much we can do with that. And we're done. So here are the products we're installing, provided by the homeowner. It is the Branford shower and tub trim, T215 3EPORB. Anyways, that's installed. And then also the faucet is the Branford 6610, and I think it's an oil rub bronze ORB. It's a Branford as well, single set, or a 4-inch center set. So those are in. Getting ready to button this up, and we'll take a video, make sure everything's leaking, or not leaking, when we get done. And that's it. Alright, so we're done in Clovis, California, and 1235 Fremont, best guess. I need to look at the paperwork. Anyways, if not, we know where we're at. There's the tile work, there's the new floor. All the same stuff. Nice tile. So what we've got here is, I already showed you the trim kit. It's the Branford for mowing, oil rub bronze. So it's the tub spout, trim, handle, shower head, all of it. That's been tested out. No leaks, no runs, no errors. Existing Kohler toilet was in the garage. We hooked that up, caulked it back in. Tile was pretty uneven up at the front, so we've got some shims around the front, probably 3. One on each side and one on the front. You can see it's up a little bit higher just to keep it from rocking back and forth. Flushed that a few times, it's draining good. It doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere. Additionally, as per contract, we went ahead and replaced this supply line. It's a Fluid Master 3/8 by 7/8 by 20-inch supply line. And so that's brand new, nothing's dripping there. Everything's holding good on that. And then the last one is the bathroom faucet. Sink faucet, lavatory faucet, the 6610 oil rub bronze, Branford as well. And so that's mounted, everything's smooth in there underneath. As per contract, we went ahead and put in the supply lines. Again, Fluid Master, 3/8 by 1/2 by 20. Got those tied in. Like to see new supply lines on that. Additionally, we put in a brand new tubular P-trap for the waste, and then also a tubular extension, and then right into the tailpiece assembly, which came with the sink. And so everything is functional, everything's working correctly, and pop-up works up and down, you can see. And outside of that, we are done. Okay, last video I promised. Just wanted to show you the sink running, so you know that it works, hot and cold. That's hot, it's cold, on, and underneath. We did not replace those shut-off valves. One of them is a 1/4 turn, and then one of them is multi-turn. It's not in the contract, so they're still in place. That one over down the right, we were told that it does open and close. It doesn't, so you need to actually take the handle off, turn it by hand, put the handle back on. So it's a little too tight to the cabinet. Anyways, it's on, full cold, you can see. Hot's off right now. Cold's running, so good flow of water. And then hot's on, good flow of water. Anyways, future, if you have any plumbing issues down here, it'd probably be easier to shut the house down instead of trying to mess with that. So we tested it out. Everything is good. You can see no leaking up here at the tailpiece, and then no leaking at the tailpiece extension, P-trap. We're back at the wall, the new point of connections. Everything's good. Outside of that, we are finally done.